Hola, bienvenidos. Okay, can you guess what language this book is going to be in? Well, if you said English, you are correct. And if you said Spanish, you are correct too, because it does have some words in Spanish. This book is written by YuYu Morales, and the title is Bright Star. So, if you're ready, we can begin. Child, you are awake. Breathe in, then breathe out. Hermosa criatura, which means beautiful creature. Hermosa means beautiful. And look at the word criatura. Does it look like a word you might know in English? If you said creature, you are correct. Creatura. You are alive. You are a bright star inside our hearts. It's beautiful. Mira, some things you can see, others you must find. So you search. You are ready, cosita pequeña. Let's go. Vámonos. Let's go. Vámonos. Right? Cosita pequeña, little thing. Butterflies. What else can you see in this picture? What do you think? Look at this habitat. What do you see all around? What is it? I'll let you decide. Oh no, what is that? Look and listen. Be alert. Everybody's listening. I wonder why. Corazoncito, templo rosso. Breathe in despacito, then gently breathe out. Lie low. We want you safe. My little heart, right? Te amo. Te amo. I'll bet your mommy says that to you too. I love you. Everyone is running to safety. I wonder what predator is there. No matter where you are a bright star inside our hearts. And if you feel afraid and you begin to hurt inside, let it out. Shout it out loud. Let the world know what you feel. No! The earth murmurs your story. We are here to protect you. You are not alone. Listen. How wonderful. Sometimes silence tells you secrets. Look how gorgeous it is. See the fireflies? Isn't it magical? And the flowering cactus. So gorgeous. And you imagine a new story. You imagine the most beautiful world. You are a bright star inside our hearts. the end. This is a word by the author. Would you like to know what it says? Let's go. I made this book because you and I are connected, and even though that might be hard to see, it is really real, like the roots of trees and plants under the earth, sending each other signals and nourishment so that they can thrive together. I made this book because I have many questions. When we are wronged, how do we heal? How do we care for one another when we are apart? How do we love those we don't even know? I made this book to show you an amazing place on our planet called the Borderlands, harsh and beautiful, where Mexico and the United States meet. I made this book after Alfonso Valiente, scientist and desert expert, told me about bees, hummingbirds, bats, and other pollinators and seed spreaders that preserve the cycle of life of planets and animals at the borderland. I made this book so I could bring you with me to the Sonoran Desert, where my friend Sergio Avila drove me to a no border wall camping event in New Mexico, stopping along the way at fields full of colorful grasshoppers, creosote bushes, and riparian desert oases. I made this book to tell you the story of a white-tailed fawn following her mother to find water and food, things they do need to survive. But this story is about all kind of life at the borderlands, some as tiny as the cyanobacteria, algae, and fungi that form the desert crust, and some as gigantic as a 60-foot tall saguaro cactus. I made this book because at the borderland, fences and walls have been constructed to stop people from crossing into the United States. 100-year-old saguaros have been bulldozed. Path animals regularly travel have been blocked by impenetrable barriers. These animals include Mexican gray wolves, pronghorn antelope, desert tortoise, keynote checker spot butterfly, bighorn sheep, Cactus fuligonus pygmy owl, desert pupfish, ocelots, American bison, jaguar, and many more. I made this book because communities have been affected too. Archaeological sites, homes, and sacred places stand in the path of a border wall. The Tohono O'odham Nation, people of the desert, had lived there for many generations, yet now a security fence prevents them from crossing freely into their own land on the other side of the border. I made this book knowing that children everywhere, but especially children at the borderlands, have experienced things that they should never have to endure. I began writing Bright Star in the spring of 2019. I saw how people, sometimes walking in caravans, reached the border with the hope of entering the United States. Many of these people were families with children. Some were children traveling alone. Few were able to enter. And then, when they did, after crossing the border at places like the one you see in the book, they were detained. Families were separated, and many adults were sent back to the countries of origin without their children. It is possible you saw this too. It is possible you were one of those children. I started the final art for the book on March 13, 2020, just as the spread of the COVID-19 virus forced us into our homes. 9 months later, still in my studio, I added the final stroke of color to Bright Star, And these are the words of the author YuYu Morales. Well, we hope that everyone gets reunited with their loved one.